Hey everyone, welcome back for another deep dive.
This time we're going to get real angsty with you.
90s style baby.
Yeah.
That's right, we're going deep inside Green Day's basket case.
Now, look, you know this song.
Mm-hmm.
If you were ever, like, a teenager...
Or even adjacent to one.
You know this song.
Absolutely.
And you probably still...
The
song still holds up.
Yeah, it really does.
But this time, we're not just rocking out.
No.
We're going to look at the lyrics.
What do these words tell us about, well, us?
That's a good question.
About being human.
Right.
About all the messy stuff.
The feels, you know.
Yeah.
So strap in, because we're about to unpack some serious emotional baggage.
I'm ready.
Right. The song starts off.
And it starts off so strong.
It does.
Do you have the time to listen to me whine? Talk about setting the tone.
Like a punch to the gut, right?
Man, it's raw, you know?
Absolutely.
It's that need to be heard, that desperation. And then there's the humor, the self-deprecation, you know?
Right.
Melodramatic fool.
They're already expecting to be dismissed.
Interesting.
But underneath, it's that universal longing for connection.
Oh, absolutely.
To be seen, to be understood.
Yeah.
Even when you feel like a total mess.
And that's where I think the psychology comes in.
I mean, this melodramatic fool business.
Classic defense mechanism.
Right.
To use humor.
To deflect, to kind of downplay what you're really going through.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Especially if you're scared of being judged.
Exactly. Like,
who wants to be seen as weak?
Right. Nobody knows.
Actually not a punk rocker.
And then it's like, bam, neurotic to the bone.
It's owning it.
Yeah, it is.
But also, you know.
There's vulnerability there.
Underneath it all.
You're right. This was Green Day, bringing mental health to the mosh pit.
Right. Absolutely groundbreaking for the time.
And it was real, man.
It wasn't just a pose.
Not at all. And then it gets even deeper.
Get that line about the mind playing tricks.
Ooh.
Sometimes I give myself the creeps.
Sometimes my mind plays tricks on me.
It's vivid, isn't it?
It's so vivid.
You can practically feel the paranoia.
Right, like losing control.
That feeling of being on edge.
Is that like clinical anxiety?
Well, I can't diagnose based on lyrics alone.
Right, of course, of course.
But
it does capture that essence of anxiety, doesn't it?
For sure.
Those racing thoughts.
The constant worry.
For some people, that can spiral into something much bigger.
A full-blown disorder.
Right, makes sense.
Where anxiety takes over.
Interferes with your whole life.
Man, that's intense.
It is.
And then there's this part that always gets me.
The shrink.
Yeah.
And the prostitute.
Like, what's going on there?
Right. Such a deliberate contrast.
It is, isn't it?
Two very different approaches to...
Well, to feeling better.
Seeking help, but in such different ways.
The shrink. Traditional therapy.
Yeah.
Trying to understand your problems.
Logic, reason. Then you've got the prostitute.
The escape.
Right. A temporary fix.
Yeah.
Maybe some kind of connection, but fleeting.
Yeah.
And the thing is...
Neither one is really the answer.
I think that's the point.
Right.
It's more about the desperation.
It's like a commentary on how we deal with mental health, don't you think?
No, absolutely.
Like as a society.
On one hand, you've got therapy, the clinical approach.
And then you've got...
Well, the less conventional ways people cope.
Yeah.
The stuff we don't always talk about.
Right, yeah.
And then remember the diagnoses?
The conflicting diagnoses.
One says it's lack of sex. The other says boredom. Is it really about either of those?
Or are those just, like, symptoms?
I think that's the question the song is asking.
Yeah.
What's the root of it all?
It reminds me of that line from Fight Club.
Which one?
We're a generation of men raised by women.
I'm wondering if another woman is really the answer we need. It's that emptiness, you know?
Existential angst.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Lack of purpose.
And then it all culminates in that one powerful line.
Near the end.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Grasping to control.
There it is.
It's like the whole song leads up to that.
It does.
Trying to find some stability in all the chaos.
But what are they trying to control exactly?
That's the question, isn't it?
Their own thoughts.
Maybe.
Their emotions.
Possibly.
Or the world around them.
Could be all of the above.
It's amazing how Green Day...
packed all this into a, 3-minute song?
Yeah, that's the power of art, I guess.
Yeah.
They took teenage angst.
And made it universal.
It's like they're speaking for all of us.
Maybe a part of all of us.
Exactly.
So,
next time you hear Basket Case...
don't just sing along.
Think about it.
What are you grasping to control?
Whoa!
Right. What anxieties are you battling?
Heavy stuff, man.
It is.
But so good.
I mean, that's why we're here, right?
Exactly.
To dive deep and get real.
Thanks for joining us.
We'll see you next time for another deep dive.
See ya.